Hi, and welcome to BookWorks Writing Tips for all of you as you are stranded at home during this lockdown, stranded, happily ensconced, whatever it is. So here I am. My name is Meghna Singhi, and I'm here to give you a few writing tips while you are at home during this lockdown, while you're luckily, happily, perhaps at home away from school. I've been asked to come and give you some writing tips. Now, my question when I was told that I should do this is that what do you want to write? You're at home. There are a lot of things to do. Do you want to write? What is writing? Why do you want to take some time out of your day to write? What is creative writing really? What is creative writing? Is it knowing grammar? Is it knowing English grammar? Is it knowing when to put the full stop, when to put the comma, the semicolon, the correct adjective to use? Is it all that? Or is it knowing the grammar of a story? Is it knowing the structure of a story? Is it knowing what is first act, second act, when the plot point should come in, when something should happen in a story? Is that creative writing? Or is creative writing about your imagination? Is creative writing about building the skills to be able to listen to your imagination, to be able to close your eyes and see, that's what I want to say, to know that that's something you want to tell somebody else? Is creative writing listening to your imagination and knowing with confidence that you have something, you know something, you have observed something that no one else has, that there is something that you are able to tell which not your brother, not your sister, not your mother, no one else can say it the way you can say it, and being able to sit down and do that? Is that creative writing? So I'm going to repeat that once. In short, is creative writing English grammar? Is creative writing knowing how to write a story? Who's the hero? What is the problem he faces? How does he solve the problem? Is it knowing that that's the structure of a story? Is it knowing that you have an imagination and listening to that imagination? There's no answer. There's no one answer actually. So it's a combination of all those things. It is a combination of all those things, and there are a lot of people who can give you tips on that. I don't want to give you tips on that right now, because what I want to talk to you about is that why do I want you to write? Why should you sit down and write? I'll tell you why. Because you're 8 years old, very cool, you're an old kid now, you're 12 years old, you're a big boy, you're a big girl who wants to sit down and do things you've been told to do. Well, when you were younger, or perhaps even now, you made stories up. You tell your friends stories. You used to sit in the hall and play with your Lego Batman and make up stories of the Lego Batman chasing villains into a field of poppies or something, and you made up these stories, and that was your hidden world, a world that you were in charge of. You can't control much right now. You're sitting at home, you're not allowed to go out, you can't go out meet your friends, you can't even go to school. You perhaps want to go to school right now, so you can't do any of those things. What you can control is this inner world, and that's your escape, and at any time in life that's the easiest escape you'll have. So being able to nurture that place is amazing. It's a great gift. So if you can sit down every day and just write about something you love, I'm not asking you to write anything else, I'm saying what is story writing, what is creative writing, is the desire to share something you love, something you felt with someone else. That someone else could be your friend, that you're going to write a letter, you're going to write an email to your friend telling him or her something you thought about. So that's creative writing, right? Putting it in an exciting manner, putting it in a way that your friend wants to listen to it. So my first tip, since I'm here to give you tips, is to write about something you love. Write about something you want to share. If you love jokes, write a few jokes. Start your story with a couple of silly jokes, fun jokes. Then think about who's telling the jokes in this story. Is it me? Nah. Is it someone else? Who's that someone else? And from there you start rolling. Write about something you love. Anything. You like cars? Write about cars. Then give the cars a personality. Is there a dangerous car? Is there a scared car? Is there a car that always has accidents? No matter how gleaming and awesome and sexy it looks, it keeps having accidents. What's wrong with it? So is it a car? Whatever you love, write about it, and then think a little more about it. What will make this card interesting to someone else? What will make this, who's listening to my joke? And go a step in there. My second tip to you would be to think about who are you writing for. So right now you're at home, you have access to your laptop, or you have a pen and paper. If you could share something, who would you be sharing it with? So write a letter perhaps. Write a letter and type it out and send it to whoever you want to write it to. When you write, so let's say you had to write about the car to you, about your story to your grandmother. How would it change? What would you write to her about? If you had to write a story to your friend, how would it change? What would you write to your friend about? If you had to write your story for your some dog, what would you write to your dog about? What would your dog be interested in? Is your dog interested in your homework? No. If you were writing to your friend, would you write about your homework? That how much have you finished? Oh God, I wish my dog would eat up my homework. And what would you write to your friend about? And how would that be different from you writing to your dog? So do one exercise where you write something to your friend and write something to your dog and compare the two. So the second thing I want you to think about is, who are you writing for? First is write what you love and build on it. Second is write to your friend, write to whoever your audience is. Think about that. Third, I would say, is that since you're at home and you have some time, try different things. I would think call up somebody, ask your dad who's your craziest friend, and call up your dad's friend and interview him. Interview your dad's friend, ask him where he grew up, what is the accident he remembers having, or which is the best place he's ever been on a holiday. Interview somebody and write that down. Write down an interview. Try different things. Write poetry, write a rhyme, write a silly rhyme like, I want to go to bed because I feel so dead, and write a silly rhyme. Write rhymes. Try bug your mother all day by talking in rhyme. Okay, try that one day. What else can you try? Have you ever tried a locked room mystery? You're in lockdown, and you know what a locked room mystery is? It's when a crime happens inside a locked room and there's no way someone could have gotten into the room or gotten out, and still something is missing. How did that happen? So can you imagine a mystery going on inside your house? Nobody coming in, nobody going out, and still something has happened. Who is the culprit? So can you come up with something like that? Can you do a research article? Write a research article. Find out everything you can about a particular topic, from marbles to a comb to dustbins. Come up with something and do a research article. So try different things, try your hand at different things, see what you enjoy, and I'll promise you this. You may think that, what am I going to do with marbles anyway? And then one day, few years down the line, you'll be working on another story and you'll realize, I remember something about marbles and that fits exactly well in this story. So do different things, try different things. And finally, I'll come to my last piece of advice, which is, be disciplined. I know this is the most horrible thing to hear, discipline. But be disciplined. Pick one day in the week, 2 days in the week, every day, whatever it is, make your schedule. Say that on Wednesday and Sunday from 9 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to write. Right? That's it. Just 2 hours in your entire 7 days. 2 hours I'm going to write. And then stick to that schedule. You can do it more, you can do it less. But pick a specific time and sit down and write at that time. Whatever you want. Sometimes you don't want to write the same sentence again and again. Perhaps your sentence is, a pig went to the races, horse races, and won. And you're just writing that again and again. A pig went to the horse races and won. A pig went to the horse races and won. Then one day you're bored with that sentence and you say, okay, fine, a pink pig went to the horse races and won. And you say, okay, fine, a pink pig went to the horse races in Bombay and won. A pink pig went to the horse races in Bombay and won against the prize-winning horse. A pink pig went to the horse races in Bombay by train and won against the prize-winning snooty horse Sultan. And so on and so forth. You keep building that one line, day by day, word by word, into something longer and more interesting. How did he get on a train? Who did he meet on a train? Did somebody help train him before he could beat a horse? Why did he think he can win? Did he win by mistake? Did something happen? Or did he mean to go and enter the races? Who is Sultan? So like this, you keep building and building. Start with one line and keep building your story into something bigger. Right? So that's all writing is. It's a little bit of discipline. It's a little bit of listening to your imagination. It's a lot of listening to your imagination. It's a lot of knowing that you have something fun to say. There's something happening in your house right now which can be fun to someone else. And just start. I hope you will start, so that you can appreciate the absolute awesomeness that's inside your brain right now. Try a poem, write a silly rhyme and send it to me, write terrible jokes and share it with all your friends. Choose how you want to do your share your material. Do you want to sit down and don't feel scared of writing? That's my main tip. Don't feel scared of writing. It's just practice. You know, I'm old, right? I'm old, and at this time in life I'm learning a new skill. I'm learning how to play the piano, and I'm slow and I'm terrible, but I promise you, every time I sit down and I think there's no way I'm going to crack this, there's no way I'm going to learn this song, and I struggle and I go tung tung tung, and by the end of 10 days I do know it. I can't play it very well, but I do know it. So it's just that writing is nothing to be scared of. It's just sitting down and knowing that you can write. You can write. You have something nice and interesting and awesome to say. So sit down, look around you, look around your house, look around the people around you, and find the interesting, funny, silly thing that you see and write down about it. If you need prompts, I'm there to help. Write to me, ask me for prompts, ask BookWook to give you a prompt today, and let's share prompts and our writing exercises across with each other. All right? All the best. Happy writing. Enjoy your lockdown. It's a great time for you. It's a great time to enjoy yourself and really do things you love. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.